Okay, so we're going to start out by peeling one onion, medium sized, and then we're going to cut it into eighths. If you do keep a compost wherever you live, then I would recommend using it here by getting all the scrap from your onion and using your compost. If some of the chunks that you cut are bigger, you can just cut them in half. After you've cut up the onion, you're going to take 2 carrots and you're going to peel them. After you've peeled the carrots, you're going to cut off both of the ends, and then you're going to cut it into rounds, and I'll show you how big they need to be. This is how thick you should cut your carrots. You can put all of your vegetables into the same bowl, except I would just keep the onion to one side. Once you're done with the carrots, you can start working on the potatoes. You can just cut these whole, you don't need to peel them. You can use 4 to 6 potatoes depending on how big your family is. If you don't want to use potatoes, or you're going to have some rice or something else next to your roast chicken instead, then you can just completely get rid of the potatoes or use even less. You're just going to cut the potatoes into eighths or smaller chunks depending on what you prefer, and also you mustn't make them too small or too big or they won't cook evenly with the other vegetables. After the potatoes, you're going to take about half of a medium large sized butternut and you're just going to peel it. This can take a lot of effort, so if you'd rather not, you don't need to peel it, you can just cut it up whole as is. Once the butternut is peeled, you're going to cut it in half and remove all of the seeds and the other stuff inside of the butternut. You can just put all of the insides of the butternut that you're taking out, you can just put it into the compost too if that is what you're doing. If there's any marks or indents in the butternut, you might want to cut that off before you start cutting it into chunks. Once the butternut's ready, you're just going to cut it into thick slices and then cut it again into large chunks. Once you're done with the butternut, you're gonna make or just get ready 1 cup of chicken stock. You can also use vegetable stock if you just want to make the roast vegetables. Once the stock is ready, you're going to start preparing your chicken. So you're going to take it out of the packaging, get it into a tray, and then what you're going to do is you're going to pull the chicken legs out until you hear them pop, and then you're going to just position them. Then you're going to lift up the wings and kind of lift them up and press them back against the body of the chicken. Once the chicken is prepared, you're just going to pour a little bit of oil and just kind of rub it over just to make sure that it's everywhere. After the oil has been rubbed in, you're going to take about a tablespoon of mixed dry herbs, and you're just going to rub that over again, just making sure that it coats the whole chicken. After that, you're going to add chicken spice onto it. I use the chicken spice just because it adds more flavor, but you can just use salt and pepper. I use both. Once the chicken is ready, you're just going to drop some cloves of garlic into the dish that you're cooking it in. This will just help infuse the flavor and make it taste really good. Now you're going to prepare the roast vegetables. You're just basically going to put it in the dish that you're cooking it in. All of it except for the onion you're going to leave aside, and you're going to leave a few of the mixed vegetables now in a dish and that you're going to put underneath the chicken. After you've prepared the vegetables and the chicken, you're just going to drizzle some olive oil on, and you're going to mix in some salt and pepper into the vegetables. I also use some veggie seasoning, but that's also optional. And you're just going to mix it through with your hands. Once you're finished with the vegetables and the chicken, you're just going to pour half a cup of stock over the vegetables and the other half over the chicken. This will keep it moist and add some more flavor to it. This is the finished dishes just before they go into the oven. Now you're going to put them both in the oven for 1 hour at 180 degrees Celsius. Check if the chicken and vegetables are done. You're going to stab the chicken right down the middle, and then you're going to press on it gently with a knife, and if any juices run out and they're bloody, then that means it's not ready. If the juices are clear, that means it is ready. To check the vegetables, you're just going to poke one of them, and if it doesn't come out with the knife, then it's ready. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. There are more basic cooking videos on my channel.